Good afternoon, Primary 2B. How are you all? I'm so sorry that I've not been in touch with you before now. I've been doing a lot of work with the Primary 5s, doing some art and French, trying to make it exciting for them during lockdown. I hope you're all well. I miss you all so much, and I just thought I'd like to say have a wonderful holiday and get some time to forget about school and have a rest, and hopefully the sunshine will come back for us. But I'd like to read you a little story because it's been so long since I've seen you, so I hope you'll enjoy it. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance. Now, some of you have maybe read it before, but it's a new story my little girl got, and I'm really enjoying it, by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Rees. So it's really good if you've not heard it, but if you have, you can maybe have a listen. Here we go. What I'll do is I'll turn you around so you can see the pictures instead of looking at me. Okay, so it's Giraffes Can't Dance. Hang on. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully bandy and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango which was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all laughed. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool." "Oh, Gerald, don't be daft." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze." So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. There's Gerald having a dance. You can see his tail swishing round there. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt into the air. Gerald felt so wonderful his mouth was open wide, I am dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Sorry. Then one by one each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How is it you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twizzled round and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Well, I hope you enjoyed that story about Gerald the giraffe. And I think it's got a little message, hasn't it? That even when we think we might not be good at something, we just have to find a different way to do it. And I think there's also a message about being kind, because the other animals weren't very kind to Gerald in the beginning. I think that they need to think about how they are towards other people, don't they? Or towards other animals. So, anyway, I just wanted to say goodbye and wish you lots of luck for Primary 3, and hopefully, I'll see you at some point. Okay, have a great summer. Bye.